Welcome back to NASCAR 4K Racing, and today that the last time we did here is Richmond International Raceway because that due to failures of wall hits and anything of this wall and wall rides of oversteers and understeers with this 21 and 22 car. Let's get right here to Bristol Motor Speedway over here. So because we did here last time in 24 hours like this one for the 24-hour lap times should be gonna be the number 24, and because like I say, this isn't gonna be making without further ado the number 24 in the battle like this vehicle is we're gonna be doing for the Piston Cup races. Now the lap time should be the first results. Now let's go for 21 laps as for our 24 lap times in the battle for this thing. So if the lap time counts of before the data breach is going to be going on. It has been data breached for this this thing, and because it looks like the acceleration is a little bit failure, because most likely of all we're going to be going for this thing. Now 118 miles per hour slower than before. This isn't going to be going for quickly. I think this is the slower race. Before that wasn't going to be even for counted many laps as well. Let's see, we have to count for many laps as possible, and before that doesn't going to be fixing around for this quickly. Now let's just going to be doing for an order for a first lap times without matter of wall hits. As you can see, the lap times is now working for this thing. Overall, now before that we're going to be continuing for the lap times by using the number 24 car, William Byron, as some kind of an absolutely replacement driver of Jeff Gordon reference for this vehicle, the number 24. And because we have in lap number 3 contains oversteers and for many more and like these things. Now I cannot believe this isn't what actually is going to be going on forever and ever. Now it takes for some kind of 20 laps of that for this thing, over 20 seconds before that doesn't matters around for a lot of these things. Now before that doesn't gonna be going for a change of number 48 Jimmy Johnson, which is Alex Bowman, and around for the number 48. So this is the lap number 5, and before that does no matters for this thing. Now even though that calls for over 20 seconds, make sure if I just gonna be trying to count for many more lap times as well. Here we go. I say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds on the clock, and 6 seconds, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and because like I say, this is under 20 seconds and lap times all over to this one, and because of the stock car sound is pretty perfect around here. This is gonna be way too perfect for this that it's just absolutely sound realistic, because this sounds like a NASCAR sound, because this is absolutely pretty perfect for many kinds of cars and other bits and vehicles around for this thing. And because the top speed is 118 miles per hour, this is absolutely way more badder it is, and because extremely slow onto Martinsville for the slowest race ever, and for this thing, because last part is 151 miles per hour, and because we continue to brake, and for the fastest lap we ever seen, but unfortunately it does not work in the last time's video. But now in Bristol Motor Speedway, now we probably have the lap number 10, and probably we sure that we're just going to be continuing to finish along with this thing. It is lap number 11, and we're going to be continuing for a last 10 to go. And before, despite this is absolutely for the last couple of laps to go, and the last time we never able to see him for this moment, after we're continuing for 21 laps onto this track, and because that the year is 2021, but before that wasn't going to be despite for this year, but doesn't make any sense, even for the last year, 2 years ago that I just started up this channel, and because of despite something that is absolutely putting me into a waste. Now we're just gonna be saying lap number 13, which is the final lap in Auto Club Speedway. Now before that doesn't matter, it's about for top speeds, it's only for greatness, even for perfection. It's about for seeing of the comparison of their NASCAR vehicles. Now as you can see, for about we're just going to be going all the way up here, and it looks like it's just going to be continuing around for this when the lights turn on. And this should be going to be very shown into other kinds of vehicles at all times. And because there is nothing that's going to be making more something kind of a stress, lap 15 is going to be going on to wait for many more like these things, just like the Motor Speedway of the South. Now let's just going to be before that doesn't make matters, as the next video up next should be going to be over 13 laps in Bristol Motor Speedway of the South, or just going to be attending 40 laps of that right now on today's video. And because despite seeing of this thing, it's going to be very hard on many more like these people, and these some kind of people for many more of these things as well. And about some kind of other kinds of crowds, there's many more people that are just going to be moving out for many more of these people, as we're going to be trying for Dover Motor Speedway. Dover Raceway is going to be going for a little bit one thing. So this is the lap number 18. This is where our last 4 laps to go. And about for this, the last couple of times, as 400 miles of all the way. This must be Dynaco 400 miles of racing itself for each other, in about for just Piston Cup drivers all the way around. Lap number 19 is 3 laps to go, but eventually this isn't going to be going for very much work that we're going to be having for 2 laps to go. I think the number 24 has it is going to be 2 laps to go, but probably that doesn't matter for about for just wait. I think that we're going to be going for 24 laps, I suggest. And because let's just going to be doing something very quickly before overheating of this computer. And last time, this is the 21 laps, as before, like I despite saying for about for this thing. So even many more like these kinds of 24 laps and about for this thing. But looks like we suggest we're going to be end of this video for about for like this thing. 22 out of 24. And because likely ourselves for 3 laps to go, for many more laps as well, after suggesting for 21 laps of Bristol Motor Speedway, I think this is absolutely going to be doing for about for just yet 2 laps to go, but pretty sure that I just suggest that we're going to be doing for finishing 24 laps in about for this race before this car is going to be running out of fuel. And I don't really think that counts for many lapses to do so. And the final lap is literally this thing. Finally, this is going to be over for 24 laps, and we're bringing it back into the pits. Now, as we're going to be seeing for about the last couple of laps to go, and finally, the checkered flag has dropped off, and it's about time to the end of this video. So probably if you enjoyed about for this video, and against finishing for over 24 laps. We've seen for 24 laps as under 20 seconds and about for this lap times according to this. But eventually, we just made some kind of a fastest lap times. 18.067. So if the lap time is gotta be 17, 18.083. So which is the fastest lap time we ever at about for seeing like this thing. So the most fastest lap times is about for last 2 laps ago, and about for the most fastest lap I just cared about for this thing. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and click that bell if you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and don't forget this game is linked in the description down below, and I'm gonna be see you into our next video, especially mini lads and perfect viewers, and against nerds and geeks all later. That which will be Triple Concept is signing off. That is absolutely completed and against the perfect timing.